These professional chefs all want to break into the top ranks of the world's culinary elite. Deciding who has the talent to cut it is MasterChef judge Gregg Wallace.
I tell you what, that tastes divine.
And culinary legend Michel Roux Jr. With 2 Michelin stars, he's expecting perfection.
Very flavoursome. It's rich, it's opulent, and it's delicious.
Cooking doesn't get better than this. So far in the competition, 64 professionals have been whittled down to just 8 great chefs. In the semi-finals, each day 2 chefs will battle it out against each other, but only one will go through. In a true test of their skill and commitment, Marianne and Bryce will both have to cook service in a Michelin-starred restaurant.
At the moment I feel as if I'm under quite a lot of pressure. I've got to the semi-finals so far, but now I'm in the semi-finals, there's absolutely no room for error whatsoever, so I really need to be on top of my game.
For me to progress and ultimately do really well in the competition, nothing can be left unturned. I need to iron out all of the mistakes. Everything needs to be under close watch. And I've just really fundamentally just got to believe in myself.
Hidden in the back streets of London's Pimlico is Raschian. A restaurant that has held a coveted Michelin star since 2000.
Our semi-finalists are going to see what it takes, the dedication needed, the attention to detail to become a great chef.
Allez, 2 halibut, 2 pigeons, and then can I have 2 tempura, 2 scallops?
Chef patron Alexis Gautier will be scrutinizing their every move. Trained by the legendary Alan Ducasse, the first chef to hold 3 Michelin stars in 3 different countries, Alexis has one of the industry's most unique talents.
I cook with my inspiration, I cook with my instinct, and that's what I do. And that's what I try to tell my chefs. Okay, good, okay.
Alexis's instinctive approach means there are no scales or timers in his kitchen. Everything has to be measured by eye and cooked by touch.
Trust in yourself, that's so important, because if you let that happen, it will always be good. Whether you know how to cook or not, it doesn't matter. If you trust your instinct, it will always be perfect.
Alexis Gautier, a great French chef, a chef that has passion and who is a great teacher.
Very nice.
He has patience, but his patience will wear thin if they do not achieve the standard required.
Scallops ready, Tia? Yeah. Okay, how long?
Alexis has held a Michelin star for 9 years. That is an achievement in itself. That means that Alexis is a real perfectionist. Every plate of food must be perfect.
I will be expecting for you to produce a dish that's fit for a Michelin star experience. People in the restaurant will be paying the full price and they expect the full quality, okay? So make sure that you do your best. If it's not, I will have absolutely no mercy, okay? And you have to redo it.
I'm not gonna be nice with them, because they are just here for the day. I'm gonna treat them like my chefs. I'm a very nice person, but I know how to put pressure if I can feel that they are not up to the standards. So we will see whether they can actually take it, and that will be the key.
Some asparagus tempura.
I've never been in a Michelin kitchen at all in my life. I've never eaten in a Michelin restaurant in my life either, so today's it's an experience. I just hope that I can produce the food that's good enough for the chef.
Bryce is a chef for the future. He has the passion and the drive. He is learning all the time, and he wants to achieve greatness.
You can see the passion in his food. There have been flashes of absolute brilliance.
I want the recipe of that ice cream. That is very good.
I just really like the way it's presented, simplicity.
However, there have been little mistakes. It's his inconsistencies. These he's going to have to eliminate.
Dentistry is very expensive these days, and I have a fear that I'm about to give myself a really big bill.
Today it was quite daunting for me, quite intimidating.
Baby carrots.
But I'm excited, I'm up for it. I just have to go in and give it my all.
You've got big responsibilities because you're going to cook pigeon today.
Right.
Grilled pigeon. Okay?
Yeah.
I want you to touch the meat all the time.
Okay.
Okay? That's the difference between a brasserie and a Michelin-starred restaurant.
It's a big challenge. It's exciting. I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth into it. I really don't know what to expect. There's no room for errors at all.
Everything has to be ready at the same time.
Okay.
Marianne, well, there's a chef that understands flavour, understands texture, and can still deliver the lightness of touch.
This is frankly miraculous, I think. Delightful here.
Clearly, you have to know what you're doing, and Marianne does.
Marianne is a private chef. It's been a while since she has worked with the white-hot pressure of a professional kitchen.
In the previous rounds, she gave us undercooked meat.
Such a shame the lamb is undercooked.
No more mistakes are acceptable now. Marianne has to deliver perfectly cooked food every plate.
I really want to win it. No doubt. No question that I really want to win it. I'll be really devastated if I didn't.
With only 2 hours until service, both chefs don't have long to master their dishes and Alexis's famed touch cooking methods. Bryce's dish is vegetable tempura with truffle dressing, a poached duck egg, and a parmesan dentelle or crisp.
Radish.
It's a highly technical and complex dish which has 5 separate elements.
Mandolin, mind your fingers, huh?
Yes.
Okay?
Many elements can actually go very wrong during the service.
Okay? I want this. Okay?
You have to be very precise, put the ingredients, and that's it. He may be tempted to play around too much with it, so it's gonna look messy. I don't want that. And obviously the tempura, if he waits too long, it may become too hard, too soft, and that won't be good. The egg can be overcooked or undercooked. Therefore, when he's gonna open the egg, it's just gonna, melt away in the plate.
Okay, you see how it bounces?
Yeah.
Okay? You can feel inside it's running, okay?
Still liquid.
The dressing has to be perfect and it has to be put at the last minute so it doesn't cook the vegetables.
Yes.
The acidity doesn't cook, it still retains the crunchiness.
This is stunning, really quite technical in some parts. Getting nervous now, but hopefully I can do chef justice and put it up, and everyone that I put up will like.
Marianne will be cooking grilled pigeon with fondant potatoes and a courgette gratin. Cooking the pigeon perfectly will be her biggest challenge. She must rely only on her instincts and cook each bird to the individual customer's order solely by touch.
So you were saying maybe 10, 15 minutes in the oven, is that what you said?
No, don't think about minutes. Combine into you touching the meat and saying it's ready.
Okay, chef.
Touch it and trust your instinct. Okay, if it's pink for you, it's pink for me, it's pink for the customers.
Yes.
No problem?
No problem.
It looks easy, but just trust your instinct. Okay, remember that.
Yes.
Trust your instinct. Huh?
Okay.
So it's going to be tough for her. She only have 25 pigeons. If she overcooked 2, she's going to be in real trouble.
This is what I expect from you.
Okay.
Now I've shown you, you must replicate that.
Yes, I can do
Good.
it.
Good.
With lunch service about to start, it's essential Marianne and Bryce don't let standards slip.
Who knows, that plate of food may end up in front of a Michelin inspector. That is real pressure.
Okay, ça marche for customers. 2 scallops, 2 tempura.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 tempura, yeah. And to follow 3 pigeon. 2 pink, 1 medium. Can you answer me? Yes? Sorry?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
That's done.
I'm under pressure. Got lots to do.
Stay concentrated. Touch your eggs, okay? Okay?
Chef.
Send me the first 2 pigeons. Send me the first 2 pigeons.
Okay, coming.
It's Marianne's first test. Cooking 2 pink pigeons using Alexis's touch approach.
Stay focused, huh?
Okay.
Send me the 2 pigeons.
But she's run into trouble.
She has just burned pigeons.
It was too high heat. It got too charred.
Don't blame the heat, okay?
Okay.
Just keep your eyes on it, okay?
Okay.
If it's too hot, you put the heat down, huh?
Okay.
Okay, it's absolutely not acceptable. So we've got 1 down already, and it's not. We need to be very careful.
After burning her first pigeons, Marianne now needs to focus.
That's meant to be the...
There is 1 minute missing on this one, so put it back in the oven.
Okay.
Okay, on the tray, on the bone. Okay.
The pigeon's just slightly under, one of them. Just slightly under. It was slightly bigger.
It's not because one is bigger than the other one, huh? Okay? Because you touch all of them when they come out of the oven.
Okay.
Okay, and keep your mind on the pigeons, huh?
Okay.
Hurry up, hurry up.
While Marianne is struggling, Bryce is preparing his first order of tempura.
Okay, Bryce, you know what you're doing, huh?
Yes.
No problem?
With the tempura and salad plated, Bryce must now cook the duck eggs perfectly.
It's not boiling too much. Okay, be careful, huh? Be careful, huh? Be careful. Touch your eggs.
Chef, you happy with those eggs?
Hey, look at this. It's cooked.
The standards. Everything has to be on the ball, perfect every single time.
Be careful, be careful, be careful. Have you got 2 other?
With the first egg overcooked, he now only has minutes to get another one ready.
You want these 2, Chef?
Allez, send it. You need to keep that in mind, okay? You remember, huh? Remember.
Chef.
Okay? Show me. Yes.
Chef. And try to adjust from what I'm used to just now. It's hard, struggling.
Two tempura, 2 scallops, and 2 pigeons.
Yes.
Medium, huh?
Okay.
Medium, huh?
The pigeon is proving popular, but after struggling to cook her first orders by touch, the pressure is piling up.
Pink.
Pink, yes.
Medium.
Ooh, that's well done.
Is it?
What is this one supposed to be?
This one
No, but
is...
just be gentle. I told you to touch here.
I would have thought that was medium.
Just don't say anything, please.
With only half of Marianne's order cooked properly, she has to catch up. On the tempura, Bryce has mastered cooking the duck egg.
Very nice.
But he's forgotten a vital component for the dressing.
No truffle inside.
Truffle?
No, truffle. If I try it and it's not good, it's a disaster, okay?
I just need to get my head down and concentrate and just make sure it's right. Chef.
Now it's too salty. It's too salty.
Chef.
It's too salty. Yes. 1 minute for you?
Yes.
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. 1 minute, okay?
Yeah.
1 minute.
With the dressing finally right, the pressure's now on Bryce to plate his tempura to Michelin standards.
30 seconds, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. This is very good. All like that, and we're gonna be happy.
This has been beautifully done. I love the crunchy vegetables together with the cooked tempura.
Lovely combination of colours and flavours. I think that's what appeals to me.
Marianne?
Yeah.
You're all right, huh, with everything?
Yeah.
You've got exactly 3, 4, 5, 6 pigeons, huh?
Yes.
You sure, huh?
Yes. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She has lost the plot, really.
Just very confused as to how many I've got on.
She has lost the count. 1, 2, 3, and 3.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Keep concentrated, huh?
Okay. Pressure is, yeah, it's big.
I don't want her to give up. She needs to go for it. Show me the pigeon. Yeah, that's very good. Okay. See, that's perfect.
Okay.
Nicely rested, nice and pink. That's perfect.
Thanks.
Okay.
Great.
Very well done.
It's wonderful. It's certainly the best pigeon I've ever tasted.
That was totally intense, overwhelming, but I mean, I didn't really have time to think about it. You're just so busy, and you just click into a different world. And I kind of could feel myself getting really nervous and really panicking, but I just thought, you know what, no, I'm going to do this.
Service there was a million miles away from my own place where I work. I was only doing one dish, but it was just unbelievably stressful pressure. It was good, I enjoyed it. But work-wise, it's unreal, it's phenomenal.
The one that really impressed me the most is Bryce, I guess. I could easily work with him. Well, really, the one that let me down was Marianne. The next stage, she really needs to show that she's got this mental strength, that where she's sure of herself and she really goes for it. But she needs to show me that.
Now Marianne and Bryce have to compete once more. They will both have to recreate Alexis's Michelin-starred signature dish, black truffle risotto with parmesan and brown butter.
The next challenge is massive, it's huge. I'd say, if anything, maybe even harder than the previous challenge of working in the kitchen, because we're cooking the chef's dish for the chef. Can't get much harder than that.
Truffle risotto is really special to me because it's probably one of the first dishes I cooked when I was in a 3 Michelin-star restaurant in south of France, and I really thought that it was tremendous. I mean, when I tasted it for the first time, I thought, gosh, this is the best thing I ever had in my life. My mother was a very good cook, but this was much better than what she used to cook.
He created the dish. He knows how it should be, so, you know, it's got to be perfect.
It's very important during this recipe that you follow your instinct, because the natural ingredients are always different. I mean, the parmesan can taste stronger today than next week. The olive oil can be stronger, the truffle too. So it's all about putting, tasting, and saying, yeah, that's good. So they will have to taste it. They will have to taste it. That's the key. The rice mixed with the mascarpone, with the olive oil, with the parmesan, together create this smooth little paste that goes around each rice.
and it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, the texture is amazing. And obviously adding truffles at the end makes the dish super top.
The contestants will be scrutinised by Alexis and his restaurant manager, Michel. Being front of house, Michel knows the demanding standards that customers expect.
It looks really appetizing. It looks like one made here, so I have to say I'm pretty impressed by that. I mean, you could have gone a little bit, further with the truffle and put them around, but it's good like that. It's good. The rice is very well cooked. The texture is perfect.
Marianne, I have to say, if this came up in the middle of lunch service, I wouldn't have known there was someone new in the kitchen. I thought the texture was just about spot on. The rice perfectly cooked, the creaminess comes through, the presentation of the dish, it looked like we were skimping on truffle. And it's one of the things we actually don't skimp on, irrelevant of what the cost is. But I enjoyed it.
Well, one thing I can tell you is that if one of my chefs, after a day in the kitchen, had cooked a risotto like that, I would have been very impressed.
The highlight of today, just those comments from the risotto are really fantastic. It's music to my ears.
Presentation-wise, it looks all right. I like the bits of truffle around on the edge. I like that. The texture is wrong. It's far too dry. I mean, I'm sure if I, you see, it stays together where it should be wavy, should be running a little bit. It lacks parmesan. It's undercooked. That's not good. I mean, to be perfectly frank, I think that's really bad.
I thought by the time that the rice had rested, the residual heat in it would finish off the cooking, but...
Don't presume something is going to happen, because again, that's a risk we can't afford to take.
So it has rested, and it's just set into a solid mass. I wouldn't take another mouthful, even if I was hungry, and I'm not being to put you down. I mean, it's just that there's nothing there. So there's no way I could serve that. No way.
Nobody's going to finish this dish in a restaurant. I mean, if you are sitting in this restaurant and you are going to pay the price we charge our customers for truffle risotto, it has to be absolutely perfect. And this is far, far, far from being perfect. Just imagine in a Michelin-starred restaurant, with what people who are coming here are expecting from us. If it ever get in front of them, this will be a case of losing the star.
But I apologise that what I put up was far from good enough for the establishment. All I can say is I'm sorry.
I know that if I ask you now to redo it, you are going to do the most amazing truffle risotto I ever had in my life, because now you've got all the information and you have learned from your mistake.
Any good work that did come a lunch service, I think, is just out the window after making mistakes like that in the risotto.
Despite his big mistake today, he has shown me that he's got enough heart and perseverance, I think, to become a top chef.
Still all to play for, I think. I hope. And we'll just need to wait and see how it goes. Still time for me to progress into the last section of the semi-finals, and I'm going to try my hardest to do it.
I guess Marianne had a difficult service. She lacked a bit of heart during the service, but the risotto was just
just perfect, almost perfect. So that really made it for me.
From what I've seen today, I'm going to just push my cooking to the next level. It's been really inspiring.
Today, Marianne and Bryce have to take everything they've learnt in the Michelin restaurant back to MasterChef HQ. They have just one more chance to fight for a place in the final.
We have 2 chefs cooking 2 courses in 1 hour, head-to-head, winner takes all.
We want to see that the time they have spent in a Michelin-starred establishment has inspired them. We want to see the chefs prove to us that they have learned.
Today is make or break. It is getting really tough. There's no room for any mistakes.
Today's such a massive day. There's a lot riding on it. I feel as if I've got the final within my grasp now, and I'm going to try my hardest to get there. I'm going to try my hardest to win the competition.
Welcome back. I want you to cook with passion, with your heart, and I want to see that ultimately on the plate. We are expecting absolutely faultless food. We are expecting the best, and they can deliver. I am looking for food that I would be proud to serve in my own restaurant.
I'm not focusing on any negatives today. I'm focusing on beautiful food, beautifully cooked, beautifully presented, as though it's just come out of a Michelin-starred restaurant.
For her first dish, Marianne is cooking a warm salad of English asparagus with sautéed Jersey royals and lamb's lettuce, served with a fine herb hollandaise.
It's going to be very difficult to impress us with just a simple menu like that. Only 2 or 3 ingredients on each plate. If it's cooked perfectly, we'll be happy.
To follow is halibut poached in aromatic milk with garlic pomme puree and pea shoots.
Marianne, she is relying on perfection in flavour and texture. That's dangerous.
Marianne, what was your first cooking memory?
Well, my dad was a butcher, so when he used to come back for lunch, if we were on school holiday, I used to cook pigs in blankets for him and cheese and potato pie. So but my cooking's kind of got a bit more elegant since then, but I suppose that's what it was.
What's your inspiration for this menu?
The food in the restaurant was absolutely beautiful, amazingly presented, and I was quite surprised at how simple some of it was, but it was just all so exquisitely done. And the Jersey Royal with the fine herb hollandaise is inspired by I love chips and béarnaise, so it's kind of like a more elegant version of that.
How much effort are you putting into this competition?
And putting everything into these menus. They're totally from my heart, so, you know, if I can't do it now, I won't ever be able to do it.
I feel like my whole career is hinging on this because it's just an amazing competition and it's a fantastic accolade, and just the opportunities and the experiences that I'm getting from it are just amazing.
Guys, you've had 20 minutes. 20 minutes have gone.
Working the service in the restaurant, it's inspired me in more ways than one. It's given me a lot more hunger to get to the final. It's as if it's relit the fire, almost, to give me the dedication and the push to get to the final.
Bryce's first dish is a deconstructed langoustine niçoise, a salad consisting of langoustine, saffron potatoes, quail's eggs, French beans, tomatoes and an olive tapenade.
He has got so much work on his plate, limited amount of time. don't know if he's going to get perfection with this. If Bryce manages to pull this off and deliver 100% fault-free, then he will be a genius.
His second dish is saddle of rabbit stuffed with truffle mousse, crushed Peruvian potatoes, white asparagus, and a light wild garlic jus.
The main course is where it all really starts to happen. With so much going on Bryce's menu, it's hard for me as a diner to work out what the end result is going to look like.
So what's going to be so special about these dishes?
I think that the rabbit, showing skill that I can cook in water bath, to show that I've got quite a broad spectrum of knowledge and hopefully of skill as well.
You've got lots and lots and lots of work to do, Bryce. You've timed this, I'll take it.
Yeah, you kind of get to semi-finals of MasterChef and play it easy.
Is it about how well the dish tastes, or is it about how many processes you can show off on a plate?
No, it's everything. It's the whole, to show how skillful I am, from what I've taken from the Michelin kitchen. Textures, tastes, presentation, it's the whole full winner that it's got to be at this stage in the competition.
Well, you've done well so far. Are you ready to go even further, though?
I hope so. I like to think so. Proof's in the pudding, as they say, isn't it? I've put out some good chefs, so it brings home to me that maybe I do have a natural flair, a natural skill, and hopefully I can just progress that into the final. Fingers crossed.
Guys, last 5. Last 60 seconds. Time's up. Time's up.
Marianne's first dish is a warm salad of English asparagus with sautéed Jersey royals and lamb's lettuce, served with a fine herb hollandaise.
If I was reading that on a menu, I would order it. It's my kind of food. The hollandaise pours beautifully. It's silky smooth, and it's got that really viscous, unctuous look to it. Perfectly cooked asparagus. The hollandaise is very flavoursome. The potatoes are delicious. You still get that lovely depth of flavour of the Jersey Royal, but the added dimension of being roasted in lots of butter. It's rich, it's opulent, and it's delicious.
Thank you very much.
I love your colours. Love your colours against that white plate. I think the vivid green is smashing. But it doesn't look fine. It's obviously been cared for, but that scatter approach means it can't be fine. Tastes great. I mean, it tastes really great.
Marianne is hoping that her second dish of halibut poached in aromatic milk with garlic pommes puree and pea shoots is enough to inch her closer to the final.
This is very, very simple presentation again. When you do go the simple route, everything has to be beyond reproach, because now it is literally all about the taste. Perfectly cooked fish. The sauce is good. It's got a nice level of acidity in there, a bit of white wine, and the shallots as well gives it a bit more of a dimension. But would I expect that dish in a Michelin-starred restaurant? I may be a little bit disappointed. I have to question myself, is playing safe going to take you all the way to the final?
I love eating it. I'll tell you, there's There's real sharp acidity in there. I tell you what, that tastes divine. If you're going to go further, this has got to be a building block. You've got to move it up a level. We've got to have a little bit of wow without ruining the dish.
Sure.
God, it tastes good.
I'm happy with the way my cooking went, but I just totally take on board what Michel and Gregg said about it being just too simple. And I'm just hoping that they can just see my passion bursting through my food.
Bryce's chance to win a place in the final rests on his langoustine niçoise.
Right, Bryce, we need sunglasses here, don't we? It's very, very bright. Lovely colours. I mean, I'm not saying that in a negative way. Presentation-wise, it's intricate, it's enticing. I love the golden colour of the saffron and the green of the beans. It works. However, it has to taste really good to warrant that amount of visual effect that it's got. The French beans are not cooked. They're nearer raw than cooked. The langoustine, I think, could have had a little bit more colour. These look as if they've been boiled. But the whole dish is lacking in flavour. It needs something to bring it together, and that is a dressing. There has to be great presentation along with the flavour.
There is a lovely sweetness of langoustine, but it doesn't pack a punch. It simply does not pack a flavour punch. Listen, a lot of work's gone into this. A lot of work, a lot of thought, a lot of effort. That's for sure. But it's not giving you an unforgettable flavour experience.
Bryce's second dish is saddle of rabbit stuffed with truffle mousse, crushed Peruvian potatoes, white asparagus, and a light wild garlic jus.
Visually, Bryce, it's not balanced. It has been presented very neatly, though. You've sliced the stuffed saddle of rabbit beautifully, very even and very well positioned on the plate. The sauce is lovely. The sauce is delicious. The lovely jus, that you put some rabbit bones in there, you can really taste that. It's got a lovely depth of flavour. Very good sauce. The saddle of rabbit itself, the bacon around there could be a lot crisper. Taste-wise, good. Everything is well seasoned. I think this dish is heading in the right direction, but it's not right.
I love that truffle. I love that truffle against that rabbit with a hint of truffle as well inside the mousse that's lying with the rabbit. I think that flavour is subtle yet still strong and very, very good.
Initially I'd went for eye-catching, but I've overstepped the mark. I've went too far. I just wish that I'd maybe kind of calmed it down a little now.
I wouldn't be too disappointed. I would happily eat all of that rabbit. I think it's lovely.
I think today I did give everything that I could give. Too much. It seems as if I've put in too much effort because I've complicated things when it didn't necessarily have to be complicated.
Well, incredible. One of them is going as simple as they can and trying to deliver as much flavour as they can. The other one is trying to show off as many skillful processes as they can.
I think both of them are extremely knowledgeable, have great skills, and have a good repertoire.
Marianne's salad, I thought, was exceptionally well flavoured.
For me, the green asparagus and Jersey Royal salad was superb. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and the whole dish was delicious.
That hollandaise sauce really did bring together Jersey Royals, perfectly buttery, and asparagus, powerful in flavour, perfectly cooked.
The poached halibut was perfectly cooked and well seasoned. It had all the flavour of that lovely milk infused with all the herbs and spices. The whole dish actually worked very well.
But there was no beauty in either of her plates. There wasn't enough refinement. There wasn't enough wow in her presentation.
I really hope I've done enough. I'm really enjoying it. I just want to go through, because I've got loads more things I want to show Gregg and Michel, and I really want to stay in the competition.
Bryce, on the other hand, wants to show us 101 techniques at once. But he's not considering how the whole lot may taste together.
His first course of a deconstructed niçoise salad, as he called it, didn't work for me. It was just ingredients placed on the plate, albeit beautifully placed on the plate, and it did look very pretty.
I think his flavour combinations of the truffle with the chicken mousse in with that rabbit was exceptional.
He'd made a very good sauce as well. The sauce packed a real punch and delivered a lot of flavour.
For me, he's proving that he's got technique, he's proving he's got a palate, and more important, he's proved that he really wants this competition.
Obviously, I'm absolutely desperate to get through to the next round. That's the understatement of the year. I really want it. It's just a case of whether I'm lucky enough to come back.
Bryce has great ambition and fantastic drive. That chef has got great potential. Marianne understands the flavour combinations and what the diner wants, and that is great, flavoursome food. We've got a tough one. I mean, who out of these two chefs really deserves to go through? Chef going through to the next round is Marianne.
Dejected at the moment. It's a bit gut-wrenching, but I've got good points that I'm going to take away and build on.
I feel totally on fire, I feel amazing. I'm just so pleased to be given the opportunity.
Everything she touches tastes like it's been cooked by an angel.
I'm not celebrating until I have got that title. I'm so determined. I've never wanted anything more than I want this.
Marianne will be back to battle it out for the title of Professional MasterChef.